فَعَلُوهُ. They never became proactive in society. Oh, this imam is there, he's doing a good job, let him do it. This sheikh is there doing a good job, let him do it. Oh, we have a khatib, he's doing whatever job, let him do it. If he invites me, I will come. When I feel like coming, I will give support when I feel like giving. That's the attitude of the average Muslim. The average Muslim, you think you can lose him tomorrow from a class? The average Muslim, you think you can lose him or her tomorrow from a class? Because if they don't like what they hear, they are not students of learning. They are students based on likes and dislikes. That's who we are. We are not based on learning. That when we disagree with a professor on an issue, we disagree on the foundations of research, of analysis and analogy. So the crime of the people in the time of Isa and the time of Dawood is similar to what exists in our society. Everybody is almost to himself. There are a few hard social workers. Thank God the world is not totally devoid of them. May they be always blessed. Whoever they are. I hope you are trying to be from among them. I hope I am trying to be from among them. I'm not expecting somebody else to fetch our responsibility as we grew up in communities where there are ritual imams who lead us in prayer, lead us in the dead, lead us in the marriage, lead us in the birth, lead us in everything. So much so we are led in up here empty. The average Muslim up here, ما في مخ. نقول بالعربية ما في مخ. It's hardly up here. His brains is only for making money, building house, driving nice car, living high lifestyle. You are responsible as I am. And if I throw my responsibility on you and I don't do it, I'm responsible and guilty. And if you throw your responsibility on me and you don't get involved, you are guilty and responsible. This is a collective. Islam is the community of the Qur'an is shura. The community of the Qur'an is shura. You know what shura means? Not mashwara with a few people in a masjid and they operate and make decisions. Shura means consultation, participation, involvement, accountability and responsibility. And that's not on my shoulders alone and not on your shoulders alone. It's on all of our shoulders. So brothers and sisters, as you gravitate and feel yourself in all that is being told to us, how holy and how blessed and how great this month is, I want to share this fact with you and myself. Let us become proactive in our own lives, in the lives of our own children. Imagine if you have children and I have children, and you see them on the wrong and I see them on the wrong, and we can't talk to them. What kind of human mother and father I become? Imagine if you have relatives and I have relatives, and I know they're heading to be hit down by a car or destroyed by a tornado or consumed by an earthquake or fire, and I can try my best to rescue them and I don't do, won't I be accountable? Imagine if we live in a society of human beings and we see so many human beings deaf, dumb and blind when it comes to divine guidance. What is your job and my job? What is your job and my job? Don't think that whatever you do and whatever I do, oh, we are pious, we are righteous, we are going to this paradise. We have no support for that in the Qur'an. We need to be proactive in society. Because people who are destroyed vehemently in society was because they felt a sense of self-piety. Their goodness didn't benefit others. And that's what the Qur'an is saying. كَانُوا لَا يَتَنَاهَوْنَ عَنْ مُنْكَرٍ فَعَلُوهُ لَبِئْسَ مَا كَانُوا يَفْعَلُونَ. Ba'isa has two aspects to it. It means to be courageous. And of course, most of our translators translated evil indeed. Horrible indeed. What catastrophe they have adopted, and they persisted in doing it. If this Ramadan, apart from all the things you think you must do, if you can please consider this one, it's not impossible. All of us are capable. Let our life count. Let our life count. There is no sense we start talking of people in Ethiopia and Somalia, right? It's easy for people to stand up and talk of Somalia, and talk of Pakistan, and talk of Afghanistan, and talk of all kind of stan. That's a good thing, if we have such love. But let's demonstrate this love here too. Let's demonstrate this love for our own self and our own family. Many of us, our families are on fire. It's a good thing to feel for people wherever they are, in Somalia, in Afghanistan, in Pakistan. But why is it we are very weak and incapable? Because we cannot even improve the little groups that we are part of. How are we going to help such a big Somalia that is far away? Don't misunderstand me. I don't mean you shouldn't help. But what I'm saying, charity begins where? Everybody knows this. Charity begins where? At home. Every father owes charity to himself. Every father owes charity to his spouse. Every mother owes charity to herself and then to her spouse. Every parent owes charity to his children. You think the people who have one shirt are really poor because you and I have 20? You think the people who are living in huts outside the road are really poor because you and I have palaces? I can tell you that's one form of poverty. But I've been dealing with Muslims all over the world. And they're fantastic when it comes to the world. They're almost competing with everybody else. They're short of nothing. But when you deal with the average Muslim, you will find mentally, when it comes to the Qur'an, you want to know what has happened to these people. Are they intoxicated? Something is wrong with their brains? The chips inside are jammed? Let us, oh brothers and sisters, let us make a change. Let us get involved in our own lives. Let us get involved in the lives of our children. Don't cry for them if you and I have not toiled to put them on the straight path. Let us be involved in building a better society. The Qur'an tells us in this famous chapter in conclusion, Wal Asr, time will tell. Wal Asr, time will tell. Inna al-insana lafi khusr. Humanity is sure to find itself in deep loss, in great loss, in great peril, in great danger. إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا. But those who cultivate a commitment to save themselves and their families and the societies and the ecosystem and the environment, and secure a relationship with Allah and His book, His revelations, and His prophets, and who never lose sight of the fact that the future must always be taken into consideration when we make decisions for the present. إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا. So that's a long life struggle.